things started here.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello and welcome to Great Garment Graphics Online. I'm Mel Mybers with Great Garment Graphics, and I will be your co-host today, along with Patrick Boyle, also at Great Garment Graphics. Hi, Patrick.
Hey, Mel. How's it going?
I'm doing well, thank you. Today's webinar is Leagues as Easy as 1, 2, 3. It is sponsored by Transfer Express. Our guest speaker today is Megan Byro from Transfer Express. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Mel. Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Megan. How are you?
Megan, would you like
Good.
to tell our listening audience a little bit about yourself?
Sure. As Mel mentioned, my name is Megan, and I do work at Transfer Express. I am a customer service representative, and I have been here for about 6 years, and I really love doing what I do.
Great. Well, thank you. I want to mention to our listening audience today, if you have any questions, you can type them into your question box. And the staff from Transfer Express will get back to you via email on that. And Megan, I think we're about ready to get started here. I have to turn the controls over to you. Just give me one moment here. There we go. We should be on your screen now. Meg, we do have a couple poll questions today, so just let me know when you want me to launch the poll questions.
Okay, will do, Mel.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started here. As I mentioned, my name is Megan, and the webinar today is about doing some leagues for sports. We all know spring's coming up. Sports teams, even now, sports teams are still going on. But we're going to show you how easy it is to do a sports team using Transfer Express and some different designs and some numbers and some names. Also, I do want to mention at the end, the PDF will be available for you when this is finished, so that if you need to go back and view the webinar, you can view it through the PDFs. Also, if you're already a customer, or if you aren't already a customer, please make sure you fill out a survey at the end. If you fill out this survey, we can get you out a free catalog and some samples, so you can go ahead and get that in your hands and test some stuff out. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Transfer Express. Here at Transfer Express, we manufacture screen printed and digital transfers, and these are applied to garments, and the only thing that you do need to apply these is a professional heat press, as you can see there in the picture. The transfers are screen printed, and they are the same quality as screen printing. You can apply them to cotton or poly or cotton, can't speak, I apologize, cotton poly blends. And they only take approximately 4 seconds to apply. They are also, I know a lot of people ask, how opaque are your transfers? They are fully opaque, and they go on lights and dark garments, so you can put them on either. Okay, so today we're going to talk about customizing uniforms. As you can see on this screen, there are several different ways that you can customize your uniforms. There's caps, as you can see, the purple, I think it's purple and pink uniform, player names and numbers off to the right, flags, so that you can put them on the sleeve or on the back, as you can see there, and doing sponsors. You know, I do want to mention that there really is no specific way, or rather no right or wrong way to decorate a uniform. So, you know, there's lots of different options to make your uniform customized and, you know, kind of different and cool, and still stand within, you know, the boundaries that you need for your team. So, okay, we're going to talk a little bit about leagues. Usually several baseball teams make up a league, and each team is usually sponsored by a local business or organization, or they're distinguished by a team name such as Tigers or Bears or Giants. And each team has a different color uniform, so it kind of separates them from the other teams. And this quote at the bottom is actually something that I saw similar to on t-shirt forums. This quote I thought stood out to me. Basic baseball league and softball team jerseys never change, just the kids wearing them. So, you know, you are going to get repeat business from teams, and it's just the kids wearing them are going to change from year to year. So, you know, it's a good business to get into. I'm going to talk a little bit about some common decoration for, for garments. Now, as you can see off to the left, we have that front logo. This is one of my favorite kind of script and tails because it's got the flames as the tail, and I really like that idea. I think it gives it a little flair. As you can see, the Mayfield Baseball League, and then the second one over is Mike's Plumbing, and that's just the sponsor going across the shirt, pardon me. The third one over is a person's individual name with their number underneath it. And the last one is a sponsor with a number. All of these can be done through Transfer Express. You can see at the bottom it shows you, some examples like league name on the front, sponsor name with the number on the back, and then a flag on the sleeve. And then you'll also see sponsor name, number only, and flag. So those are just some combinations. I know I get a lot of calls with people who like to go ahead and put flags on their sleeves or, up in the back collar. It just adds a little extra to the design. It makes it look a little more personal. Mel, if we could go ahead and do the first poll.
Sure, absolutely. Let me get it up here. Okay, here's the first poll. What type of decoration do you currently use to decorate baseball uniforms? And if you would, just click on one of those answers. And we got about 15 more seconds. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the poll, and I'll share the results with everybody. Megan, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but again, the question was, what type of decoration do you currently use to decorate baseball uniforms? Vinyl, 23%, screen printing, 16%, transfers, 19%, embroidery, 6%, and I currently do not decorate uniforms, 36%.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a bigger percentage.
Yeah, well, this is a good webinar for them to come.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, we're back to your screen again.
All righty. Okay, next I'm going to talk about doing league logos. As you can see here, there's a couple examples at the bottom of the screen. League logos are usually placed on the front of the jersey. The league design is usually the same for each team. Script and tail is the most popular, and I can attest to that because I place those orders on a daily basis. I do a lot of script and tails. You can use the Easy Prints layouts to give the league organizer more options, and that will then set you apart from your competition. EasyView also will show your customer what the designs will look like with their league name. So I'm actually going to go ahead and give you guys an example of this. This is the website. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, it's transferexpress.com. And I'm going to go ahead and log in. And this is what, once you place your first order, for those of you that are new, you do receive a login, and that will enable you to go ahead and log in online. Oh, wow. Try this again. There we go. Okay, so once you log in, you'll be brought to the dealer home base. And from here you can go to Idea Book Layouts, and I'm just going to show you an example of like a league layout that you could do. We're going to go to the Play section, and this is where you see a lot of sports and activities. I'm going to choose baseball, for example, and I'm going to look at it. There's a bunch of cool different designs here. I'm going to go to the second page here, and I think I'm going to choose this one. So once you choose the one that you want, you'll click on it, and it'll bring you into the Easy View. And this is where you can actually go in and customize your design. I'm going to go in and I'm going to change this. If I could spell. There we go.
I thought it was a new city up there in Ohio.
You never know. Okay, and once I change my text, I do also have the option of changing the letter styles over here on the side, but I'm going to go ahead and leave those the same. And then the clip arts, you can go ahead and browse for clip arts here, and this will allow you to go in and choose, all the different ones that you want. I'm actually, if you know which one you want, you can actually go ahead and just type it in here, and I'm actually just going to use one of the ones that I use quite a bit. And then once you do that and you click anywhere outside of the box, it is going to go ahead and show you a preview of that clip art. Once you're finished with putting those in, you can go in and choose a color that, an ink color that you want to use. So you're actually going to be able to see it in color, which is really good for showing your customers. And I'm going to choose, let's see, where am I? Gold. And I'm going to put it on royal. That way we'll get a good contrast. And then you'll just click the Easy View button from there, and it's going to generate a preview. And that's going to give you a general idea of what it's going to look like. You actually also have the option of going to the printable page here. So you can go to this page and you can print that out for your customer so they can actually see that. And none of that will have our company name on it, so you don't have to worry about them seeing that. They will come back to you for that. So just a little example for that. All right. So moving on from the league logos, we're going to talk a little bit about sponsor layouts. Sponsor layouts are if you have a list of sponsors, you can send them into Transfer Express and we can set them up for you in a very easy way for you to customize your garments. As you can see, the Easy Print layouts, we do have specific ones designed for sponsors. Multiple teams can be printed on one sheet to save money and create strips. So those are very easy cuttable options for you to be able to do multiples on one page. The layouts are different based on size or text and style of the layout. So as you can see off to the left, the QSP-3 is 2-inch letters and 6 sponsors on a sheet, whereas you have, for example, all the way over to the right, the QSP-16 is cap size, and that's 12 on a sheet at 4 3/4 by 2. So, and you also can see on there that you have your script and tails as well, so you also are able to have that option. Just want to show you an example of the best way to organize sponsors. This is an example of a basic sponsor order. This is what we receive. This is an example, someone sends it in, it says need transfers for baseball league going on various colors, 2-inch tall letters for the back of shirts. this is how it is best to organize them. It's best to organize them, all of your sponsors, by color. For example, white and black are the most common colors because they're able to be applied to various. So you put them on black, white, orange, red. So those are the ones that we see the most. You'll want to choose the desired letter height and then pick a layout. So, if, for example, the QSP layouts, and you can find those online or in the dealer buying guide. And then you'll want to choose a type style for the sheets. So, after as you can see the note there, after contacting dealer, plain block was the chosen type style from the Easy Prints type style list. All of those sponsors that are on that sheet do need to be the same letter style. And, plain block, full block, those are a lot of the common ones that we get. Every once in a while you'll get one that's a little bit different. But generally, baseball teams, softball teams try to stick with something simple like a black. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys an example of this online. If I can get there now. There we go. Okay. So for example, I'm going to go back to my home page here, and I'm going to go to Layouts. I'm going to go to Sponsors and Leagues. As you can see in here, this gives you a listing of all of the different sponsor layouts that we have available. And from here, I would say, oh, well, I need a QSP3. And that's based on the fact, of the sizing that I need and by how many I can get on sheets. Always keep in mind that, say you have 6 sponsors on this sheet. If you have more than 6 sponsors, that would be a separate order. So say you have 12 sponsors. You would have one order of these sponsors and then one order of the other 6 sponsors that you have. So, for example, if I were to go in here and I would want to do, caps lock, Mentor Fire, and I need a Gigi's Pizza, for example. I'll just go in and type these in here. So this is exactly what you would do if you were to bring up the sponsor sheets. Just go in and type in the sponsors that you need. And my last one is Madison Hardware. So once I'm done, again, typing all of these in, as we were mentioning before, plain block was the one that was chosen, so I'm going to go ahead and do plain block. And what it'll do is it automatically changes all of these to plain block because, like I mentioned before, that will go ahead and all of those sponsors will need to be the same font. And I could, again, go in here and choose, I'm going to do gold on navy this time. Go in here and choose that. And it will, again, show me a general idea of what they're going to look like. So once you get those in-house, you can just cut them apart straight across and apply them to your garments. I'm going to go here. Oops. Having a moment with the computer here. Just a second. Okay, well, not sure what's going on with that, but I will just skip right on. Let me see.
I'd like to help you, Megan, but that usually happens to me.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with it, but we'll try to figure it out here. Okay, like I was saying with the sponsors, you do have many different options for being able to customize your designs and be able to do it in a way that's going to save you money and also save the team money. But now I think I can go ahead and move on. Okay, I'm going to show you here how you can organize sponsors with quantity, by quantity. As you can see here, it was already separated by the black and the white. So that was what was separated first. And then after that, you can see that they were organized by quantity as well. You'll see at the top in the white, 15, 14, 15, 17. They're around the same quantities. 17 is the largest quantity that's needed. So your quantity is determined by the largest quantity that you need. We may round up to the next price break if it is cheaper for you. For example, 20 sheets is cheaper than 17. So if you get an order and you say, oh, I only needed 17, well, you're saving money at 20, and then, it's good for you because you have some extras if you want to do some shirts in-house or if you have something extra that you need to do. You'll see at the bottom in the black as well, the largest quantity was 16. So that's how many you would get of those sponsors. So you'd have Mighty Mechanics, Dr. Scott, Joe's Auto Body, Village Pub, and Coventry Art would all come together, and you get 16 pieces of each of them. This is an example of a finished sponsor sheet. As you can see, the one to the left is the one that I did on EasyView just a few minutes ago. So this is an example of what they look like when they're finished, and you can see off to the left there, that was the one that was a quantity of 17 sheets needed, and that was the white ink. And then the one to the right was a quantity of 16 sheets needed, and that was the black ink. And then you'll see the little scissors off to the side that's indicating that you can just cut those right out in strips and put them on. And we try to make it as easy as possible for you. Mel, could we go ahead and do the second poll now?
Sure, absolutely. That launched here. Okay, question is, what is your biggest difficulty during baseball season? And obtaining the bid, ordering the multiple vendors, turnaround time, and expected cost because of last-minute fill-ins, back orders, or eating too many hot dogs and peanuts. Well, that's not on there, is it? That's my difficulty. When I go to games, I just really like the salted peanuts. Okay, we
Well,
got
that gets you to drink some more beer.
That's right, yeah. About 15 more seconds here. Okay, I'm still waiting for some more people to vote. This one you have to think about a little bit. It's not just a yes or no type. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close the poll. I'll share the results with everybody. Again, the question, what is your biggest difficulty during baseball season? Obtaining the bid, 54%. Ordering from multiple vendors, 11%. Turnaround time, 13%. Unexpected cost with last-minute fill-ins, 18%. And back orders, 3%. So obtaining the bid seems to be the biggest difficulty. I'll hide those so we can see your screen again.
So, okay, it seems like a lot of people, it's about obtaining that bid for
Yes.
getting the initial order. Well, you can see here how easy it can be to get a good price for your customer, for a team, to help you get that bid and to help you, get that team to come to you and keep coming back to you. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about transfer numbers as well. The transfer numbers that we sell are screen printed for soft feel, and they are opaque, and they do have long-lasting ink. You know, they last the same amount that screen printing does, so you're going to have that same feel and that same quality that you're going to get from something that's directly screened onto a shirt. You can apply a two-color number with one application. That's sometimes important for people if, you know, they're trying to do something quickly and they're trying to get something to a team very quickly. You know, you have one-step application. Transfer Express offers 11 styles and 4 sizes of numbers. So we have a pretty big range there for you, so we can help you out with pretty much anything that you're going to need. As you can see off to the left there, the Williams with the 44, those are our numbers. If I had to guess, I would say that's probably an 8-inch number with the Williams above it, but we're going to show you a little bit about how easy that is to do. Here's some examples of our different number styles. We have the Champ, which is pretty much our most popular. I get orders mostly for Champ. We have Champ in 1 color and 2 color. All-Star is our separated outline number. You can get that in 1 color, and now it's new. You can get it in 2 colors. And that's really good because a lot of people were asking us, well, you know, I want to get kind of that 3-color look. Well, now you can do that with the All-Star 2-color. We have the Phantom. The Phantom is a show-through number with a shadow. It's very popular on soccer jerseys, I've noticed a lot. We have some new styles. Well, actually, we have soccer, too. That one's not new. We've had that for, I think we had that for a year or two. But the soccer is kind of a separated outline number, too, but it's just got that thin, well, not really a separated outline. It's got a thin line, and then the show-through, and then the outer line. I've noticed that that's grown a bit more popular as well. Also new is Spike and Goal and In the Paint and Kingdom. Those are all new to Transfer Express. We added those because we realized that those were all some popular numbers that people wanted and were requesting. So I said, oh, we'll go ahead and add them. I haven't really placed too many orders for the In the Paint yet, just because I haven't done a lot of the new numbers. But I think the In the Paint is a really cool number too, because it gives a little bit different of a look. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the Express names. The Express names come in horizontal and vertical. You have different letter heights and two different type styles that we offer. They are printed in proportion, so you're not going to have something that's going to be squished or, you know, stretched. If you go online and you order Express names, you'll notice, or for anyone who has ordered them, if you do an extremely long name, our computer automatically will tell you, okay, this is going to squish this because it's not in proportion. You know, the largest we go is 14, and if you have 25 letters in a 14-inch space, it's going to squish it. But the computer does tell you that. That way you can say, oh, maybe we should do a nickname or something like that. They do ship in 1 business day, so they are very quick turnarounds. You can see at the bottom you can order them online, by fax, or on the phone. If you order them online, I've noticed it's a quicker process. Also, you know, you can just go ahead and do them real quick, and they are $1.55 online, so they're a little bit less expensive if you go ahead and just type them in online yourself rather than sending in a fax list and having us type them here. You'll see the different types there too. The Instructor is left chest. The Robertson is our block, but it is in a arch. That's the Hercules letters, the Robertson. Kingston is the full block, and that's straight across. And then you see like the cute little sweatshirt that says Melissa on it, and that's just the Hercules going across that. And then you'll notice also the sleeve and leg designs. We can also do vertical. which I notice is really popular if you want to do just a couple uniforms or just a couple shirts or one name. You're able to do that down a sleeve or a leg as well. Another way to easily personalize garments is our peel and press letters. The peel and press letters allow you to be able to have letters on hand. So say you go to a soccer game and you have your heat press and somebody wants a logo, you ordered a bunch of logos, for example, and they want them on the front of shirts, but then they want their name on the back and a number. Well, the peel and press letters allow you to be able to give them that. You get as you can see, the alphabet, and you can get 2, 2.5, or 3-inch heights in full block or Hercules, and you're able to peel them right off the paper, line them up as you can see here. Number 1 is peel it, number 2 is place the letters down and then cover them, and then number 3 is press them. So you can press them right above a number. You can see in that second picture that there's a number right below that. They're just lining up the name right above that, and then you're pressing it, peeling it, and it's good to go. And you're able to do that right then and there. We also have 2-color available. You can get black and white or white and black. So you're actually able to do that if somebody really wants to do a 2-color. Most of the orders we get are 1 color, but every once in a while you get that request. And you can see at the bottom, to the left is the Hercules letter style, and to the right is the full block letter style. So there's a little bit of a difference. One's a serifed letter style and one is just straight block. As I mentioned earlier in the webinar, we also have flag packs that you can buy. We have American and Canadian flag packs. The U.S. flag is it is 2 by 3, 2-inch by 3-inch, and the Canadian flag is 1.5 by 3. They're sold in packs of 50. It's $24 per pack. As you'll notice in the pictures there, they are outlined in white. This is great because if you have a navy garment, some navy, some red, some white, you can put it on all of them and you don't have to worry about missing a color or something not looking correct. They are in stock and they ship the same day. If you order the same day, you can go ahead and get them out. And it's a very quick process with those as well. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the numbers, and there's 3 different ways to buy the numbers. As you can see here, the pricing is on this page. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning, you will be able to get the PDF files. So if you need to go back and look at this, you'll be able to look at it from there. Or if you fill out that survey, you'll get information that will have this in there as well. But we sell them 3 different ways. You can get them in 5-digit packs. So if you were to get, for example, there's 5 4s there. If you ordered a pack of 4s, there would be 5 4s in that pack. And you can see 4, 6, 8, and 10-inch. The asterisk next to the 6-inch, I will mention now because I know people wonder about that, is because there are some colors that are available in the 6-inch as well as the 8-inch and the 4-inch. It's the 6-inch, it's a little different. The 2-color 6-inch haven't been around as long as the 4, 8, and 10-inch, so we just incorporated some of the 2 colors into the 6-inch. You can also order them in express packs, which have 15 of the number 1 and 5 of each of the rest of the digits, so 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9. 60 digits total, comes in that neat little box there for you. And that'll help you out with your team. So that really helps you out instead of just ordering individual packs. And then you'll notice the number kit that has 120 of the number 1, 30 of the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. And then you get 15 of the 0s, 7s, and 8s. So you get 315 digits total. And that's also perfect for leagues. That allows you to not only keep numbers on hand, but be able to have that little box with numbers where you can customize anyone, whenever it's needed. So You'll see that's 4, 6, 8, and 10 inch as well. We do have the online calculators, so you can go online to our website once you become a dealer and log in, and you're actually able to go in and it'll give you some different options for calculating what numbers you need and which option is really going to be your best value. And we want to do that because we want you to be able to get the best price, but we also want you to not have too many numbers left over. You know, of course, having some in-house isn't bad, but we don't want you to be, you know, way too overstocked with numbers. So, and again, those can be ordered online, by fax, or by phone. Obviously, online is the easiest way to order the numbers, especially since you can do the calculator. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to apply for a team. As you can see in that top picture, well, actually, we're not going to get to that first. We're going to talk first. You want to align your shirt on the platen. So you want to make sure that your center is right in the middle of that platen. I do tell people, don't always go by the tag on the shirt. Some people do that. They end up with logos that are off because sometimes, you know, companies are putting out so many T-shirts that the tag isn't always sewn into the exact center or the right part. And you want to make sure that you center it based on the middle of the shirt and not that tag. The express names, you want to place approximately 4 fingers down from the neck. Make sure not to cover the neck seam on the opposite side. That's important because you don't want to, one, have that seam in the way, and two, have that issue when you're applying. You want to place the numbers directly under the name with the paper touching, and they will be perfectly aligned. The great thing that I love about our names and numbers is that they are on the sheets, ready to go. So as you can see in that picture at the top, you have the name strip on the top and the 2 numbers directly below it, so that when you press it and you peel it off, like that bottom, it ends up being completely perfect. Another note I do want to tell you, make sure the numbers are lined up at the bottom if the sides of the transfer papers are different. So if you receive something that was cut, you know, a little bit short on one of the numbers, just align them at the bottom. That'll still work out great and they'll be perfect. So, let me tell you a little bit about how a complete uniform can ship the same day. You can order custom prints, one color easy prints, as you can see on the front of that shirt and that orange logo. That is one of our easy prints, and that is one color easy prints. You can also order the sponsor names and the letters, as we talked about, the peel and press letters, and the number packs, also for the back, and the American and Canadian flags. All of those can be shipped out the same day. We just started doing the one color easy prints. If you placed an order by 11 a.m., less than a quantity of 250, they'll ship out the same day. So that takes care of it. That takes care of the sponsor names, the peel and press letters, the numbers, and the flags. Those all already ship out same day. So, and all of them can be ordered online as well. So you're actually able to go on there and do everything right on there, send it through, and just wait for it to come to you. I'm going to talk for a couple minutes here about the advantages of using transfers. Transfers are very easy to order and apply. Just call us up and let us know how you want to customize it. And we do all of the work for you. We send them out to you, and you just apply them. You know, the transfers are generally about 4-second application, so you can whip those shirts out really quickly. We have a large assortment of colors in stock, of numbers and letters. You know, we try to always cater to what the customer needs and what their customer needs, so always try to keep up to date on that. It is an economical option, you know, for being able to get something out quickly, and for being able to do sponsors all on one sheet. That's going to save you some money. Same day shipping, as we were just talking about, one color easy prints, numbers, and letters can all go out the same day, so that makes a big difference too. the wearability of the transfers. The transfers will last the life of the garment. So, when you apply that transfer, I tell people all the time, as long as they're applied according to the directions that we send you, those transfers are going to last great. I have transfers that I've worn since I started working here, and they still look great. So, and then also multicolor design in one application, so you don't have to worry about doing multiple applications. You can do them all together on one and be done with it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and review a few things that we talked about here. We talked about how transfers make lead decorating easy, how simple we can make it for you to go ahead and get that bid and get that order and go ahead and start decorating. We also talked about multiple options for decorating uniforms for leagues, so doing the different types as we talked about earlier, a sponsor on the front, a number on the back, a team name on the front, a number and name on the back, so all those different options. And all of the decoration that was discussed here are screen printed. That were discussed here are screen printed, so you are going to have that screen printed look across the board. You're not going to have to worry about something feeling different than another part. We talked a little bit about organizing your leagues by sizing, color, and quantity. This is very important, just so it's easier for you, it's easier for us, and we can go ahead and get it through and get it done for you and make sure that everything comes out correct. And then also how a whole league can come in one shipment and be printed the same day. I just came back from the Orlando trade show and I was telling people about this and they were very excited about it. I think it's great, because if you ship it out the same day, you can get it 1 to 2 days and have it done really quickly for somebody who needs it real quick. And even if they don't need it real quick, you have that option of making your customer that much happier by being able to do it quicker. Okay, we are at the end of the webinar now. I'm going on this screen, it shows you where you can go to get the PDF files, and then it'll be your webinar summary. You'll be able to go back and look at those and review anything that we talked about. If you have more questions, feel free to contact us. Our phone number is there, our email for any questions, and on the web. We also have a blog too, blog.transferexpress.com, and that's really great for lots of different situations that you come across and different information. Some stuff that you might not even know is out there, or that you might be questioning. So, and then also for the new people that are joining us today, like I said at the beginning, go ahead and fill out that survey, and then we can get you out a catalog and some samples, get some of that in your hands so you can test them out and see how it works out for you. So Mel, do we have some questions?
Yes, I think the staff at Transfer Express will be answering the questions per email.
Okay.
I think that's what the request came in, that we'll do it that way today. I do want to mention to people, though, there is a survey at the end of the webinar today. As you sign off, you'll be getting a survey from us. If you would, please fill that out. It really helps us with future webinars. And just take a couple minutes to answer the questions in there. We greatly appreciate that. Okay, Megan, is there anything else you want to?
No, I think we're good.
Good. Patrick, you still with us?
I'm still here.
I'm not used to you being that quiet. You're thinking about those hot dogs and peanuts from the baseball.
That's right. I'm thirsty.
So, well, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. Again, if you do have any questions, you can contact us or contact Transfer Express. Their information's up on the site right now. And Megan, wonderful presentation. A lot of great information. You guys just do a wonderful job for this industry. And
Well, thanks. We try.
yeah, I know when we recommend people to go to Transfer Express, we know that they're going to be treated wonderful, and you guys have got so much going for you. It's just wonderful. Again, thank you, Megan, and thanks to everybody for joining us today. And we will see you in the future webinars. Unless you have something else,
Okay.
Megan, this will conclude our presentation for today.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. And
Have a good day.
Okay. Thank you. You too.